Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. Welcome back to my channel. This is the back of a sweater I started a little while ago, and it came out too big and I had to pull it out. I wanted it to measure 19.5 inches across the body, but it came out measuring 22 inches because I forgot this pattern comes out very wide. It's a double moss stitch, and instead of knit one, purl one for one row and then purl one, knit one on the second row, it's you do 2 rows of knit one, purl one, and then 2 rows of purl one, knit one. So you knit over the purl and purl over the knit every second row. That's how the pattern works out. And I had forgotten how wide it does come out a lot wider. And this pattern is actually, I started working it, I wanted a 30 to measure 36 to 38 or a 14 to 16. But it comes out, I've done it off a 10 to a 12 pattern. So that shows you how wide the pattern, because I use my own patterns. I don't have any patterns, I work things out for myself. And I write the patterns down, what I use, to a plain, just as if I was doing a plain stitch thing. And then I work out if I need extra stitches here and there for whatever I'm knitting. And that's what this was done. It's done to a 32. What I normally would do a 32-inch one. So anyway, I started it off with 104 stitches for the rib. And I'm doing a 2x2 rib. And usually I've done 20 rows. It measures 2.5 inches. Let's take measure. It's 2.5 inches, and normally when I do the welt on a plain thing, on the last row of the rib, I add a few extra stitches. But because I known this pattern was going to come out wide, I didn't do that. So I've got 104 stitches, and I've stayed at 104 stitches. If it had been a plain one, I would have added about 10 extra stitches, but I didn't do that with this. And I knitted up to. I always put a stitch marker in when I start the shaping for the armholes, because I like to measure from the stitch marker up to the top of the neck. You get a more accurate reading when you measure it from there. As you get a longer measurement, if you measure it from here to there, it doesn't come out accurate. So this was 15 inches there, and then I wanted 8 inches from the stitch marker up to the top of the neck. So I'm measuring from 4 rows, because there's 4 rows of after I got the length I wanted, there's 4 rows for the shoulders. So that's 8 inches, and the whole thing, the body is what I wanted. It measures 19.5 inches. So when I got to 15 inches for here, I started casting off at the armholes, and I casted off 5 stitches on each side. And then I decreased on the next 10 rows, I decreased 1 stitch at each end of the next 10 rows until I got to here, and that left me with 74 stitches, which I carried on up to the shoulders. And then I casted off 10 stitches at the beginning of the next 4 rows, and that left me with 34 stitches for the neck. But when I do the neck, and that's as simple as that. The whole thing from, that's 23.5 inches. It'll be about 24 by the time that we get the neckband on. And this is the yarn that I used. It's Poundland's. It's double knitting, and this is the white Knitting Essentials Sparkle. You can't see the sparkle very well on here. Just doesn't show it up very well, but it's a lovely yarn to knit, and it's always on special in Poundland. You get 3 balls for the price of 2, and it cost me £2 for 3 50-gram balls. So that's a good bargain. I think the wool, if you buy a separate ball, it's £1 a ball. So for anyone that wants to see the rest of this, I'll put another video up when I do the front, and I'll show the number of stitches from where I go up to for the neck, and how I do the decreasing for the neck. But if anybody wants to know this, I use 4mm needles for the body part, and the rib part is 3¼ needles. And when I cast it on, the stitches I did 20 rows for the rib, and from the rib up to the armhole there was 90 rows, and from the armholes up to the back of the neck I did 54 rows. So that's a little bit more information for anybody that would like to know. And if you'd like to see more when I do the rest, I'll put the videos up. So thumbs up and subscribe, and bye for now.